Hey everyone! So, today we're going to be doing a video of my self-reflection for my creative presentation class. We're going to be answering these 4 questions right here. Oh, excuse me. So first off, what did you expect from this creative presentation course? Did the class meet your expectations? Explain your answer. First off, I had originally expected for the creative presentation, when I first found out I was going to be in it, or how it was going to be my first class for this year, I had originally thought, oh, I'm never going to be using presentations for anything, or I'm not going to need it for anything major. But as these past 4 weeks went on, I realized, hey, this is somewhat important. To be able to get into my dream job of working with Studio Ghibli, it kind of like hit home, making me realize that if I needed to pitch some sort of idea that I had for an animation or a movie or something, I would need to hit all of my points one by one and hit them hard. And knowing this kind of information for creative presentation, it made me realize that I really did need to use presentations to get where I want to go in life. Honestly, for the question, did this class meet your expectations? It met my expectations and beyond. Because I honestly thought, oh, this class is going to be boring. It's not going to teach me anything I already don't know. And it just took all of my negativities and just threw them right back in my face, if you will. Because I realized that this class is actually a lot of fun. And if I could take it again, I would. Because there are some things that I don't understand, and I would have to look up more, possibly buy the books that I had used for this class for myself to read on my own time. And it would help me a lot better, help me better to understand more about creative presentation. The next question, what is your biggest takeaway from this course? I would say that the biggest takeaway would be probably the times of the live meetings. Like, we had these CRP meetings through GoTo Training, and they were always on Tuesday at like from 6:30 to 8 or 7 to 8:30 or something like that. The only problem is I worked. Every Tuesday, I worked. Not that I'm saying that's the instructor's fault, that's just whenever they scheduled it. I would say that if I could make a suggestion, if the instructor offered more one-on-one interaction with the student, if they requested it, then I would be a lot better off than what I would be now. So yeah, the biggest takeaway from the course, I would say the timing of the go-to trainings. Next question, how well would you have met the requirements of the class? What are you especially proud of? What would you do differently if you could start the class over? First question of that, how well would you have met the requirements of the class? I've never been good at school, personally. Ever since grade school, I have not been good at all. I've always had problems with learning material. I've had problems with teachers, other students, but with myself and meeting the requirements of the class, I feel like personally I could have done better. I would say that maybe if I had enough time to read over the material several times over, I would have understood things a lot better, therefore providing better content in my presentations that I had to submit. I would have had better. But with me having a full-time job, it was difficult, especially if you're in the break room with like 20 other associates. It's hard to concentrate, so I had to do a lot of my schoolwork at night after I had gotten off work. What am I especially proud of? I would say that what I am especially proud of would be my final draft, because it has some of my best artwork in it. It has my best voiceover. It has personally my favorite soundtrack in the background, which is Studio Ghibli's Spirited Away theme song. That is one of my favorite Spirited Away soundtracks, or Studio Ghibli just in general. That's one of my favorite soundtracks and music, and just my favorite what's the word I'm looking for? Arrangements, if you will. Third question of that one: what would you do differently if you could start the class over? Like I had stated before, I would reread the material or even purchase it for myself to read on my own time. The last question, how do you think the skills you learned in this class will help you in your remaining classes in achieving your ultimate goals? Well, first off, like I said before, my ultimate goal is to work with Studio Ghibli. Maybe create a couple of animation movies myself, have a couple of animation series. I actually have one brewing in the tank right now. I'm hoping that with this class and what I have learned previously, I will be able to easily create a presentation that will help me pursue what I have in mind. And with the future classes, I am in computer animation, and I do believe that I will improve my art skills with any and all classes. And even with those in life, I would, if I could create a living over drawing and animation and just have basically my dreams come true, that would be amazing. And I feel like this class is a key to that future, because I feel that creative presentation will help me achieve my goals. And I feel like without this class, I'd basically be lost as to what to do. So that was the last question. And if you all have any questions for me, or if you have any pointers that I can use in my later life, then I will wholeheartedly accept them. So that's going to be the end of this video. If you liked it, like, comment, and subscribe. And until the next time, I will see y'all later.